Hey, Mike with Enviroscape LA. And I'm here to talk to you today about our latest project here in Manhattan Beach. A homeowner called us out and she said, you know what, I've got 3 little children and the backyard was DG and it was kind of a native garden type of thing. And she said, you know what, we've got to have grass. And I told her, you know, Southern California imports 1.5 billion gallons of water a day. You sure you want grass? And she said yes. And you know what? If I had 3 little children, I'd probably want them to have grass too. So grass is not a bad, wicked creation, but grass is absolutely one of the best things that you can have if you have small kids, because they can play, they have to play games and so on. So what we did was we installed a lawn, but we put these things called MP rotators, which save about 35 to 40% of the water usage because they mimic the rain. Okay, so that was one thing we did. We put the rainbird valves in. We hooked it up in an automatic timer. As we got to talking, I found out about how she was really committed to health and fitness and nutrition for her family and for kids. So I told her about the high antioxidant garden. In fact, if you go to highantioxidantgarden.com, that's us, Enviroscape LA. So what we did was, over here, she's got 3 little cotto trees. They're dwarf avocados. Here's the tag right there. It's a dwarf avocado tree. It grows about 8 feet and it gets loaded with full-size avocados. Just an amazing thing. Well, the one thing we did leave from this, from the old place, was we left this, I wouldn't call it a lemon tree, I'll call it a lemon machine. This thing really cranks out the lemons. And you know what? They're organic. So they don't last as long once you pick them, but man, they're so strong that you don't need as many for any of the recipes you use. Here we have a fig tree. This is a brown turkey fig. It grows really well. Look at the fruit in this thing. It was just planted yesterday. It's this amazing thing. And one of the questions we get asked is, do bananas grow in Southern California? Well, yes, they do. And here's some banana trees. These are actually from my yard. I have these big banana trees, and they get these big, huge stalks full of fruit, bananas. So we have one over there and one over here. And since apricots don't produce every year, but loquats do, this is a loquat tree. It's the gold nugget. Fabulous fruit on this thing, so the family's going to enjoy it. So, and over here, there's going to be a future chicken pen. They're actually going to go get little baby chicks this week. So they're going to eat, the mom's a vegan, so she's not going to, she doesn't eat the eggs, but the kids will eat the eggs. And the chicken poop is going to be golden for all types of lettuce and tomatoes that they're going to grow. We actually did install, oh, here's a little bit of a pretty garden too. This was just dirt, and so we just kind of prettied it up. Nothing special, but they had extra rocks here, so we kind of laid them on the side here. Just a kind of a neat little look for the family. But I'm really excited about the high antioxidant garden. Over here's a pineapple guava, and then there wasn't, because there's so much grass here. Oh, and here's a passion flower over here. You can see this. This gets those really gorgeous flowers, beautiful flowers, and the flowers turn into this amazing fruit that's edible. So it's fantastic. Yeah, these flowers are just about to pop open. So now here's the thing. She didn't have a lot of room to plant a lot of things. She likes kale, lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers, squash. Well, we took all the room up with grass. Where could you possibly grow it? Well, not only does she have the things I just mentioned, but she's also growing them with water that recycles the same water over and over again. This thing is like miraculous. And better yet, she's growing it on her deck. I would never recommend growing, here's my hat, I would never recommend growing food on your deck, because if you grow food in a conventional garden, and let's say this was a pot, you'd have that compost tea that would flush on your wood, and then you'd eventually have to tear your wood out because wood rots with a lot of moisture. Come and check this out. We just planted this. Actually, I posted some Facebook photos this morning. Water, nutrient-rich water from down there, it's 20 gallons. It actually pushes water up the top here, falls down little holes, and it hits this little rock wool pockets. And this is Tuesday. I told them that by weekend, this stuff not only will have sprouted, it'll be about that big. You'll see a bunch of green popping out of all these little pockets. There's 20 pockets altogether. We planted basil, lettuce, kale, tomatoes, and cucumbers, actually, on this. The one on my house actually has tomatoes growing right here, and they've come down 6 stairs. They've actually come way down here. So it's a really ingenious idea. So these are all the principles on the smart landscape that you can do, but I call it the high antioxidant garden. This is Mike from Enviroscape signing off. When you think sustainability, think Enviroscape LA.